On Friday, a circuit judge from Leon County here in the state of Florida ruled that our Trump-loving Republican Governor Ron DeSantis does not, in fact, have the constitutional authority to ban mask mandates in the state. This is a huge, huge ruling, a very important ruling, especially considering the fact that we, up to the point of that ruling, had 10 school districts that had already said, we don't care what you say, Ron. We're going to go ahead with mask mandates. And 2 of them, the administration here had said, we're going to go ahead and punish you. And now they can't do that if his mask mandate ban is unconstitutional. I have to read what the judge said here, because this is wonderful. He said, while the governor, and this is not a direct quote, this is paraphrasing, while the governor and others have argued that a new Florida law gives parents the ultimate authority to oversee health issues for their children, it also exempts government actions that are needed to protect public health and are reasonable and limited in scope. He said the school district's decision to require student masking to prevent the spread of the virus falls within that exemption. Oh, and by the way, do you know where that exemption came from? It was written into a law that DeSantis himself signed. Foiled again by your own actions. But hey, in this case, right, it's a good thing. So you do not have the authority to tell these cities, school districts, whatever it is, local governments, what they can do, because they actually have the authority to impose safety measures per your own piece of legislation. But the judge goes further. Here it is. This is from the AP, along with what I had just read. The judge also noted that 2 Florida Supreme Court decisions from 1914 and 1939 found that individual rights are limited by their impact on the rights of others. For example, he said, adults have the right to drink alcohol, but not to drink and drive. There is a right to free speech, but not to harass or threaten others or yell fire in a crowded theater, he said. This direct quote, we don't have the right because exercising the right in that way is harmful or potentially harmful to other people. The law is full of examples of rights that are limited when the good of others would be adversely affected by those rights. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is kind of the heart of all of these arguments that we're hearing. You know, these people who say, I've got my freedom to not wear a mask. I got my freedom to not get vaccinated. Cool, but your freedom is actually infringing upon the right to life of other people. And as this judge correctly pointed out, courts have ruled time and time and time again that your rights end when they infringe upon the life of someone else. You can't do that. You can't intentionally put somebody else in harm's way just by yelling, I've got freedoms. And hopefully, this is not appealed. Hopefully, Ron DeSantis cuts his losses and understands that he is killing his state right now. Situations so bad that we have hospitals that are running out of oxygen. Some Florida residents being told, stop consuming as much water because we have to pull oxygen out of the water to fill the tanks to send to the hospital to give to the COVID patients who are dying. That's what's happening here in Florida. The pandemic is literally, by the numbers, worse than ever right now in Florida. And let's also not forget Ron DeSantis had told us a couple months ago, oh, it's so bad in Florida because of the tourist numbers. It'll go down in August, he said. Literally still climbing. So, so much for him being a great prognosticator there. But the truth is, this ban on mask mandates by Ron DeSantis was done for political reasons. And I am glad and thankful that this judge struck it down. And hopefully, if DeSantis does appeal, other judges will have the same good sense to strike it down yet again.